Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to episode 221 of the weekly recap. As you can see, Rick is on vacation. He actually mentioned it last episode. So I thought to myself, let's have some special episode. So I decided to invite two special guests, Luis, our legend and VUG Spain leader, as well as Andre, from my colleague from Product Strategy. Welcome, both of you. Andre, you were part of the recap before.
I believe so a couple of times, yeah. But you've got too many episodes these days, so like I don't really remember the number of the episodes anymore. But yeah, I used to be the part of it.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. But I think you were twice in the show before. So this is your third time. So welcome back. And Luis, is this your first time?
No. Actually, I've been in another recaps and also at Veeam on. We did something special as well. So it's not the first time, but I'm always happy to be here.
Perfect. And happy to have you both again. So I was thinking maybe I know many of the community members already know both of you, but maybe you can just give a short introduction of yourselves, starting with Andre.
Okay, no problem at all. I'm Andre Stadler. I've been with Veeam for 13 years. I celebrated my anniversary back in April. I am the part of global Veeam strategy team. Uh, Over the years, like I've been taking different roles, like supporting various products, but kind of like growing and evolving with the company. So happy to be here and happy to support you, Maddie.
Thank you very much. And Luis?
I am Luis. I'm based in Spain. I am a Veeam legend, as well as the Veeam user group leader for Spain, IT professional with more than 20 years, Veeam lover, IT solutions lover, and always community first guy around.
So, okay, thank you very much for both for your introduction and thank you for accepting my invite. We have a lot of great content to discuss about today, and I would say let's jump in already. What do you think? And start with the first article.
Sure, let's go ahead.
Cool.
Perfect. Fantastic. So the first article comes from Eric. Um, from Veeam, and he's discussing how to enhance security for backup stored in Amazon S3 using resource control policies. And these policies let you define the maximum permissions that can be applied to AWS resources across your organization, acting as a top level security boundary. Um, Andre, would you like to start discussing about it? What's your takeaway on this?
Yeah,
Any opinions?
definitely. Well, first of all, Eric is a good friend of mine, and obviously he's very involved into the public cloud relationship, what Veeam has. So it's always good to hear from him. And it's not like a major news, to be honest. This article. It's just anyone who's been working with basically the object storage and object storage in the cloud, you know that if you put some data over there, obviously you want to have access to this data, but at the same time you want to limit it. You don't want any random people all over internet to access your data. So AWS, obviously, it's not the uh, it is a like relatively new concept, but it's not like entirely new because they used to have like different systems to also to kind of to protect the to basically to guide the data over there. But I like their approach. What they're doing now, it's more of a like fine tuning of basically like anyone, whether it's a user or the IAM role or the like special service or anyone else, or even like a special application, right? So you should be able now using those policies to kind of to fine tune the the permission scope that allow to towards those the data files or data objects over there. So it's really good uh, to talk about it. And yes, security, especially in the cloud and especially in object storage, is very important to us. So anyone using it, please give it a read, and please make sure that you adapt those practices. So, Luis, what do you think about that?
I think a S3 has been a standard nowadays, so it is super important to keep it as safe as possible. And with this great article and with the policies, you are avoiding, as he said in the article, the issue that everybody was, hey, I need a bucket. And your administrator just provided you a bucket, and nobody was really informed what the bucket was used for. So with these policies, even though if you request a bucket, you are protecting all those misunderstandings that for initially it was for consulting, but then it becomes a data store or it becomes something different. With this type of controls, you can really ensure that the data is safe. You don't want to reuse a bucket that it was permitted to write, and then you're using it for, as he said, publishing pictures on a website. So everybody can reach that and also can write into it. So with this, you are ensuring that everything is under control. I think it's great. And S3, as I said, has become a standard. So the sooner the better is always a target for attackers, for malware, and for malusers.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I always like to say, it's like any top level security boundary is welcome, right, with any product. So that's actually a great way to start the recap, talking security and S3.
Yep.
Okay, so should we move to the second one? Thank you very much, Eric. That was a great one, and looking forward to see your next articles. I know you are super active in the community. Uh, Moving forward to VBR step-by-step configure Azure Stack HCI OS Azure local backup. This comes from Luca, one of our legends in Italy, and this is like a walkthrough of configuring Veeam backup and replication to work with Azure Local. This is basically the Microsoft rebranded version of Azure Stack HCI. And yeah, this article looks, as we can see, at installation, at prerequisites, um,
Errors, workaround.
errors. Yeah,
Love it.
exactly. So it's a long article, as Luca likes to to always write, and he likes demos. So this is what we have in here. What's your takeaway in here?
I guess I will start, but I'm a little bit confused, but well, it's marketing overall, but it's not Azure Stack HCI anymore. It's Azure Local, and I know they've been renaming it. It's actually, I think it's the second like renaming that they're going through. But obviously, with what's going on in the industry, with all the virtualization markets, why Azure Stack HCI or Azure Local these days. So obviously, it's another interesting variant that people should be aware of. And with Microsoft trying to push Azure as much as possible to anyone and for anyone doing any like businesses these days. This is a nice alternative to like traditional Azure, to traditional cloud, because you can like have a kind of a hybrid approach over here. And I do believe we don't have enough like materials about that. So I'm really happy that someone actually got their hands dirty and actually tried to do it, because I tried to do it a couple of years ago. It was pretty much the same kind of experience. You start like adding it into BNR console, and all the time like you face something and you have to Google, you have to read knowledge base articles and kind of like know your way around. So I really like that we have a guide now, which is like straightforward, and for anyone that is trying to, to make those two systems like be friends together, it's way to go. Just read it, follow the instructions, and you'll be able to protect your Azure Local within a couple of seconds or probably minutes.
Yeah, and what I like is also he put these links, right, with the KB, and then also about the announcement of renaming it to Azure Local. Indeed, it is a little bit confusing with all these names, right? Because you just get used with the name, and then they change it, and you are like, oh, what's happening? in there.
Yeah.
But good that he put all these resources in here, Azure Local Solutions Overview as well. So these are, I think all these links are very good to go over it. Any thoughts on your side, Louis?
Oh, definitely. You know that for the articles that I've been writing down in the community in the past, and I am a super screenshots lover. I love the
Mm-hmm.
walkthrough through screenshots because normally I am not the one reading everything. I love going to the screenshots and kind of jump all over around the article and test. I think it's great. He did a great job adding the screenshots, and troubleshooting, and providing that all that information. Azure is pushing so hard. I am not a super fan of cloud providers. I'm more fan of private cloud or maybe a
Mm-hmm.
hybrid approach. But a hyperscaler is always used for a lot of companies nowadays. It becomes also a standard. So as I said, this is a great content, and I don't see that many content around. So thank you so much for sharing it, and I'm sure more than one people around the community will look at this and say, "Oh, this is super useful."
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Luca. And yeah, as you heard from both Luis and Andre, this is something that, like Andre tried to put it together. So Luis appreciates the information. It's very thorough. And as Luis said, I'm sure others will appreciate it. Thank you. And really looking forward to have more of you because I haven't seen you lately. This is really, it's been a long time since we mentioned your name in the recap. So thank you for that. Moving forward, we going now to some PowerShell scripts, some PowerShell tips for Veeam. This is a series that Chris put together, and he already shared with us for some other articles on M365. But now he's moving a little bit, and he's doing a script, PowerShell script for Veeam Enterprise Manager, and he says we can also use it with VBR with the appropriate XML file. So, um, what do you think about that, Andre?
Do you think it should be me? Because I feel like like I should pass it to
We
the
can
script.
ask
Yeah,
Luis then. Whoever
yeah.
wants to go first.
Okay. To me, Chris is a super nice guy and always makes super cool entries and series. So thank you, Chris. I think this is super cool because a lot of people may be scared about PowerShell scripts and these big things. And you commented it so well and it's super clear and explained. So I love it. And everything that is some sort of automation or making our lives easier in order to update, in order to run tests and so on, I think is super useful. Um, but I would love to see a little bit more maybe in action. What about a little video or a little more screenshots executing this and making it work? Chris, I would love to see that in action, not only the script, but also
That's a good one, Luis, actually. Yeah, it's a really
also.
good one. Yeah, sure. Chris, you heard it.
Yeah, challenge.
We're giving
Yeah.
Chris homework.
Homework for Chris. Yeah. I'm
I
sure
will own
he's
you up,
very
Chris.
busy, but I think it's a good idea, for him to create content, and it's good that he gets, feedback. So,
The
um,
application.
Because
mhm.
if we're giving the homeworks, I think I can challenge him even further. So instead of like just like putting the video on the script, what about like stepping up the game and like creating an AI agent who would
Wow.
actually do this, do the script and install in the Red Manager, because that would be awesome as well.
Maddie,
Like throw in random idea.
what about a special recap or maybe a special add-on with the video inviting Chris and Andre, and we can both be in the middle of it, and it's kind of a live show showing this.
How about I would suggest the Beam 100 show episode, making it
Poor
live,
Chris. Sorry,
you and
Chris.
Chris, and you talk about it. How about
We are
that?
putting you under the line, but sorry for
There you go. But I think it's fun and I think it's great feedback. So, Chris, you know what you have to do. Um,
that.
But yeah, any other opinions, Andre? You
No,
kind of
like
gave feedback,
I'm a
but
fan of automation. It just I know sometimes it's like I never had the challenge of installing the price manager at scale, but then I know that some people do have a challenge, and then obviously it would be much better for them to use the script. And I like the part of the script that is basically it goes directly to Veeam, like not Veeam.com, but like underneath to one of the places where we have the ISO bits and downloads it to the virtual machine and then installs it. So it's like you don't even have to like provide like credentials, which is a good thing. So yeah, I really like that.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Chris, and carry on with a good job. And looking forward to see if you are taking this feedback seriously and you apply it to your work, because I really think it would be interesting. But overall, good job with these scripts, and I think they are useful for the whole community. Thank you for sharing it in here. So now we are kind of done with the community hub content. We are going to the category Vanguard blog spotlight, where we have Derek's article, uh, an ex-legend, now Vanguard, that used to be very active in the community hub, but now he's not that active anymore. So we want you back, Derek, to the hub. Because you definitely write some good stuff, and this article actually proves it. Very thorough, very good. I'm not even sure I ever kind of read about this, but I'm gonna ask you in a moment about your opinion. So this is Veeam hardened repository, and he gets an error. He said device is not authorized for usage. Um, I'm gonna start with Luis to give him the opportunity to go first. What do you
Okay.
think, Luis?
Derek is a really good friend of mine, so I'm gonna be gentle. Just kidding.
Well, you have to be gentle because this is a great article anyway, so you have to
No, no,
just
no. I'm gonna be fair, transparent, and gentle. Derek, you did a great job. This is a super cool finding, I would say. We never thought about it because when we were deploying the hardened repo, normally you do it on your lab on a virtual machine, or if a physical device, you're using always your same USB devices connected to it. So for me, after reading it and going through the article, it was really useful, and I got really glad that first of all he find it, and then that the hardened works. That even though it does not recognize if you connect a new USB device. Physical security is so important as the virtual security. So if somebody, a bad actor, has access to your physical machine, it is super cool that the Linux is also hardened that even though if they plug a USB that is not being allowed, it will get the error. So for me, it's super cool. The only thing is that the workaround is, for me, a little messy, but it's because it's hardened. So you need to make a lot of steps to allow then a device. So it will be super cool for Veeam with the hardened repo, maybe to find a way to get this easier in order to add a device. I'm putting myself in the situation that maybe you need to step into your hardened repo, but you don't have the USB keyboard that you will use to use. And to fix something, you need to first go to all these steps and lose all this time to get your hands dirty to then jump into the issue. So I like it, but as I said, Derek did a great job finding it, posting it, and also posting the workaround. But I will love to see a easier fix in order to get something faster or easier in order to get this running.
I guess Hannes heard that. Hopefully, we'll tag him.
I'm making a lot of friends today, though.
You are indeed. Andre, what is your takeaway on this?
I think I echo Lewis on this one. It's a little bit controversial to me because it feels like, the system was designed this way. And if you want to like make additional changes to the design, specifically to the security of this design, like plug in additional devices and like basically fiddling with like USB guards, it feels a little bit wrong because it was already designed. It's supposed to be secure. Like, why do you have to do like additional things? No. But on the other hand, I know that sometimes, we have to find a workaround. We have to, like, we are in these situations that obviously like you want to plug something and you want to be able to troubleshoot the server and things like that. So like, I get it, but it's just like the part of me that is doesn't like to, to change the default security setting, because it was like specifically like hardened in the title and like secure in the name. So yeah, you see, like controversial, but overall, it is a very good reading. So for any one of you who is like basically trying to, I don't know, to get your hands dirty or playing around with hardened Linux repository, overall, it is a very good and detailed article. So Derek, good job, very well done.
Yeah, and now, because you both said that this is a little bit messy and it's a little bit long process, and I agree from what I see and hear from all these print screens, I'm thinking maybe, of course, Hannes is the expert when it comes to the Veeam hardened repository. But I'm thinking maybe the community has some ideas, after going over this, maybe, we have experts in this community that might have good ideas. So just let us know in the comments if you think about a better way to do it rather than the one that Hannes and Derek kind of found. I think might just be a temporary one. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, just let us know what you think in the comments as well. And thank you, Derek, for sharing this great article with us. I have to also appreciate the name of his blog, right? Tech Notes and Dad Jokes. You both would appreciate that, right? Because you
Yeah,
both dads.
but you have to read the article till the end, so you'll get that joke and you'll get the punchline. So
Yeah, but
just
I
like do not skip the article, do not go like directly to the end. Try to read it, and then you will like reward yourself with getting
yeah.
into the joke.
Okay, so your advice is like go and read Derek's article. That would be.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you for the comments, guys. Very insightful. And now, as you can see, we are not really breaking any rules in here. We had three articles from the hub. We have one VBS, and now we're gonna have some special department news as well. And I'm gonna start with, if this is going to allow me, with blog of the month, and we do have a winner. Blog of the month winner, June 2025. It's actually the first time when Chalit was mentioned in the blog of the month, and he actually won the badge. He won the competition. How cool is that? But also
Wow.
yeah, I mean, also his article was pretty good. I don't know if you guys read it, automated tape import and reporting.
Yes,
What?
I took a look into it.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
had a look,
congratulations.
but tape. It's like
Yeah, I have to follow that on that one. I'm not a tape lover. I'm not
yeah,
tape
me
tape.
neither.
Yeah, but it
But
looks like other people are tape people, so
there's two
Obviously,
kind of
and
people in this world: the tape and non-tape.
tape and not
I
yet
don't
tape.
believe. Yep.
okay. But anyway, great job in here. Congratulations. This is what I wanted to kind of say. Congratulations, Chalit. Great job. You are the winner with 13 votes. Who was I think it was Marcel with his Oracle restoring multiple channels from backup job with AAP with 9 votes. Oh, there is the steps to run OAuth virtual appliance. I think this was from this is actually Oracle, and the other one was Moving Configuration Database. So good votes in there, but yeah, just keep on writing good stuff, and you guys are going to also get a badge at some point, and you're gonna win the competition. Thank you
Sure.
very much, all that contributed. It's always really great to see so much good content. Moving forward, talking about the Vim 100 show, I was just mentioning it earlier, Louis, that a show with you and Chris would be cool. Talking about Chris and Vim 100 show, we have next Thursday on the 10th of July. We had to move it 1 week later because this week is there are some public holidays in Canada and the US, so we moved it on the July 10th. And there's going to be actually an interesting show with Karine and Chris, and we are going to discuss how to automate the setup of Vim backup for Microsoft 365 using Terraform. Chris says that this the deployment time is going to be reduced from weeks to just days. So I'm very curious to hear on that. Any thoughts on it
Looking
on your
forward to
side?
watch it.
Yeah, not really like many thoughts. It's just like the title looks great. I would really love to see the session. I would really love to see what they're going to do there, and how, especially with VB365, it's all the time. Like, I know a lot of people, they're dying to see more automation, and they're dying to see things at scale. So Terraform, it is a very nice platform, or another, like I would say, framework to get it done. So why not? I'm hoping it's going to be a really successful session, all attended.
Yeah, totally. I hope so as well. It's summertime. I know people are on vacation. It might just not be the same attendance as the rest of the year, but as you know, this is going the recording is going on the Veeam YouTube, the official YouTube channel to the section Veeam 100 show. So in case you cannot watch it live, you can still rewatch it in there. We are going to share it at the community hub, so no worries about it. But yeah, looking forward to it. And moving forward, talking also about some interesting shows and some technical experts. Um, this is like a new format for the BDC series. We had two in the shape of like in the format of an event, live event, but now we are trying to move it more to a vodcast format. So we have Heen and Michael Paul and their guest Jochen Meichner from T Systems International. And I think this is particularly interesting for the VCSPs, because what they are doing in here is they are discussing the T Systems experience with Veeam Data Cloud as a Veeam Cloud and Service provider, and why did they choose to build their latest offerings on Veeam's Data Cloud. Personally, I haven't had the chance to watch it, but I am sure it's going to be interesting, so I'm planning to do. Have you watched it, Luis, Andre?
No, I
Any?
haven't had the time yet. You know that I'm a father of two, so I'm really picking and choosing the things that I watch because my time is limited. And I'm not
Yeah.
a service provider. I don't work on that side, but I think it is a great approach for the community because normally communities are based or built by users or administrators or final users. And having this little space also for service providers, I think is a big shot because it opens up a lot of different opinions and different experts that they deal with different issues or different problems, because it's not the same that when you deal with your issues and your problems and you can share with others, and these people, they are dealing with everybody else's issues. So for me, it's super cool, and the insights will be great. So it's one of my to watch list, maybe for next week for my vacations when I put the girls to sleep. Maybe to have a look into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, guys, where to find it. It's in the Cloud City at the Community Hub if you are interested. It's also, I believe, we shared it on the homepage, so easy to find. Any thoughts on your side, Andre, on this regard?
I glanced over it. I cannot say that like I watched everything, but I watched the parts of it. I think it is a very important topic, especially these days, because obviously we have Veeam Data Cloud, and a lot of
Mhm.
service providers from the very beginning they were concerned because it kind of like sometimes the expectation is that it's going against their businesses, but it's wrong. And it is a good like opportunity for one of them, for VCSPs, them Johan, he's a good example, to actually to explain how they embrace Veeam Data Cloud and how instead of fighting it, they're trying to build their own services based on it, which is a really something that is very important to us as a company, and especially looking forward, because we'll have more offering in VDC and we'll need service providers to be also the part of this game, because everyone is going to win, based on that. So a lot of good insights already, and I would definitely recommend to watch it, because it's like not us, not Veemers talking about like Veeam Data Cloud and how great it is, but it's our own service providers.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I
different
agree.
conversation, right?
Yeah, I agree, and it's a different perspective because I don't think we heard a lot from VCSPs and VDC. So I think that's very interesting to watch and see that perspective. Great stuff. Thank you both for sharing your opinions, and thank you both for being part of this show. I think it's been a good show with good content, and we haven't broke the rule. And just want to, sometimes we do, but not today. So just wanted to ask you if you have any other thoughts just before we are closing and wishing everyone a nice weekend.
Andre?
My only fault right now is everyone stay hydrated, stay cool, and try to survive. Like after summer, we'll definitely have a break. It's going to be better, but for now, we have to endure. We have to survive. That's the only
Absolutely.
thing. So that,
Uh,
like, all of the like IT stuff, all the community things is like a little bit, kind of like going away, because right now the most important thing is to survive.
yeah, Andre is talking from his perspective because he's in Berlin and he has 36 degrees, right?
Yeah,
Something around that. So that's
Ah,
not normal for Germany. So
100
that's why
Fahrenheit.
he's
Yeah.
he's so optimistic in there.
yeah. Stay
Luis,
away from the
yeah,
screens. Yeah, good.
yeah.
Stay
I
away from the
hope you
screens.
come with a more positive ending. What
No,
is it?
absolutely. Stay away from the screens and go to the swimming pool. Enjoy some time with the family. You can always recatch this afterwards or in a couple of weeks. Now, keep pushing on the community. Great job, Maddie. Thank you so much for having me. And also, Andre, it was a pleasure to share this time with you.
Likewise.
And as I said, guys, go to the swimming pool, get some tent. Don't pretend
True,
to be
true.
always on your cave, like doing that stuff. So go outside. There
Yeah.
is a world out there. And happy summer and vacations for all of you.
Thank you both. And yeah, definitely, guys, stay hydrated, stay informed in the community, be active in there, but also take some time to enjoy the summer. I agree with both Louis and Andre in there. And yeah, have all of you happy weekend. And we'll see you next week with episode 222. And hopefully, we're going to
Mhm.
have Rick back.
Triple double.
Absolutely.